Peace family, Conjure Queen here, and today is Sunday, April 7th, 2019, and we are doing the Daily Tarot today. So guys, we're going to start with the Legacy deck, and then we're going to go on into the Egyptian Kemetic deck, right? So let's see what the spirits have to say for us today. What message does the spirit have? So as you can see, we have the Six of Coins. And basically the Six of Coins represents harmony, balance, reciprocity. But we're not just going to look at that, the obvious. One of the things that this card is basically telling me, because I feel myself channeling right now, is that if you've been feeling kind of like you've been not really receiving the blessings as you've been expecting, or not really getting the results that you've been looking for, go within yourself and ask yourself, have I really been investing as much as I need to get where I need to be? Right? Like, let's say, for instance, if you've been having difficulties losing weight or getting to a certain physique that you've been trying to get to, ask yourself, have I really been giving my all? The energy that I put out, is it really, is it matching the results that I am looking forward to? Because a lot of the times we got to be honest with ourselves. Our expectations can be really high, but the amount of effort and energy that we're putting towards to achieving those goals are not really adding up. So we need to look at ourselves, and not to criticize ourselves, to beat ourselves up, but more so to look at our actions and say, you know what? Maybe my actions really are not adding up. Maybe I need to do more, or maybe I need to do something a little bit differently. Because if I'm doing the same thing over and over again and I'm getting the same results, but it's not the results that I want, then it has to be some type of an adjustment, right? Also, there's a lot of people who demand a lot, who want a lot. So let's say, for instance, if you're in a relationship and you're the type of person that, gives and gives and gives, but you're not happy because your partner is not giving the same amount of energy that you're giving, then doesn't that make you feel as though you've been cheated? Right? There's not a fair exchange. There's no balance. There's actually disharmony because one person's giving more and the other person is not giving the same amount of energy or effort, right? So this is how the universe feels. Whenever we come before God, the universe, our spirit guides, our ancestors, and we ask them for, a whole bunch of things, but we never give them anything. We never give thanks. We never give offerings. We never sacrifice. We just expect that life is supposed to be given to us. So this is actually a mentality that probably has been ingrained in us since we were young, and this actually has to be eradicated consciously, right, on a subconscious and unconscious level. Okay, because there seems to be some imbalance, and also, this is not only dealing with like energy, financial exchange, because you see the coins there, but this is also dealing with energy, because energy is one of the main currencies in exchange of energy. So ask yourself, have I been being fair? Am I giving the amount of energy that is required for me to get the desired results that I am looking for? And if not, how can I make the adjustments to do so, right? Now we're going to pull over the Egyptian Legacy deck. So we have Hehut. Hehut is from one of the primordial gods. She comes before most of all of the Metairie. And as you can see, her symbol represents infinity, right? Infinity, life, eternity. So how does this balance off into the principle of balance and reciprocity? Well, Hehut is basically coming forward saying that if you have been operating in a level of survival, right? Sometimes we grow up in very harsh conditions. Sometimes as children or in our young childhoods, we probably grew up where we had to take care of ourselves. We didn't really know how to splurge and spend because we've always had lack, right? So we always had to kind of sacrifice, always had to cheat ourselves, always had to neglect ourselves from the things that we wanted because we were in survival mode. When you're in survival mode, you're doing the bare minimum in order to get by. But when we grow up, and we are adults, right? Now we're still operating in that survival mode, and we don't know how to get out of it because this has been ingrained in us, not only consciously, but subconsciously and unconsciously, right? So on the conscious level, you may just be thinking, well, I'm not really going to invest in that business because, I don't want to waste my money. Or, it really doesn't make any sense for me to invest in taking that trip because, I still got to work. I got to do these things. And that trip probably going to be a waste of time. But little do you know that Who is basically coming forward and saying that the universe is abundantly eternal. Like, it never runs out. Energy never dies. It never runs out. There is a reservoir of unlimited energy. Literally, the fountain of youth, the fountain of eternity is within you. So once we realize that the universe is abundant, we can really start to put forward all of that energy, all of that joy, because we know that it's going to be given right back to us. You see, as the hand is giving, we're receiving, we're giving, we're receiving, we're giving. It's a cycle, the law of reciprocity. So this is why they always say, nothing in life is free. If something is given to you, then you're also expected to give. If you learn something, then it is expected of you to also teach something that you have learned to someone else. Knowledge and information is supposed to be passed on. Blessings and happiness and joy and wonderful experiences are supposed to be shared. They're not supposed to be hoarded within. So Who is coming before you, and also the spirit of the Six of Coins is basically saying that life is abundant. And if you've been operating in the mentality of survival mode, if you've been really stingy with yourself or not really giving to yourself, not really investing in yourself, then that is something that we need to look a little bit deeper and say, why do I feel as though I am not worthy enough to invest in? Because people invest in things that they have confidence in, things that they trust, things that they truly love. So now this is becoming an issue of self-love, a question of self-love, self-confidence. Am I confident enough in who I am to invest in myself? Do I believe in myself enough to invest in whatever it takes, the amount of money, energy, time? So never be afraid to invest in you. Never be afraid to put forward that energy in you to make sure that you are the best version of yourself, whatever that may be, however long that may take. Because trust and believe, the universe is all about reciprocity. The universe is always watching. God is always watching. Ancestors is always there assisting. And if we put forward, if we really got out of that mentality of survival and we really started to thrive and really started enjoying life and living and investing that energy, time, and dedication that it takes to live the true life that we deserve, then, honey, that is when you're going to really tap into that reservoir of unlimited potential, because we are unlimited beings and we never truly die, for we are immortal beings living in this finite human experience. So understand that the universe is abundant, the universe is always giving, and it is time to get out of survival mode, and it is time to start living, it is time to start investing in you, and don't be afraid to believe in yourself. Ashe. So with that being said, family, I hope that this message has touched you. I hope that this has helped you in some way and that you've learned something today. So don't forget to thumbs up this video, subscribe, and drop your comments down in the comment section and tell us what you think. Until next time, Conjure Queen signing out. Peace.